If your foundation ever look cakey, creasy, or does not last all day, especially for bridal, then you are missing this step. Today I will show you how to get a flawless, smooth, long-lasting bridal base from start to finish. Let's get in. Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mamus Ate. If you are a new subscriber, you're welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back to watch my video. And today's video, I am showing you my complete bridal base routine, from skin prep to foundation and concealer. Everything you need for a flawless, radiant and long-lasting wedding look. This is perfect for brides, beginners and makeup artists, and I will be sharing all my tips to avoid crazy, passionate and flashback. For bridal makeup, you need to think of the term hydration, grip and texture control. First off, you need to cleanse properly. Gentle and not stripping cleanser, okay? Any residue or any patchy base. Now, next thing is you want to effleurate lightly. Wait first. Oh my English though. Okay. Now you want to effleurate lightly, okay? Because bridal makeup starts with the skin, and if your skin prep is wrong, your foundation will not sit well. So you need to know this important tip, okay? You cleanse and then you tone, you moisturize, and then you apply your primer, okay? So you need to avoid heavy creams. They can break your makeup. Maybe you don't know. Let each layer absorb before you move to the next step. So for every time I apply every skin prep, I wait for it to dry before I apply either a moisturizer or hydrating primer or mattifying primer. You need to wait for each step to dry before you move to the next. Either you wait for it to dry naturally, or you wait by using a mini fan to blow dry the skin before moving to the next step. You can do this with a brush or with your bare hands, okay? And remember, primer is what locks everything in and it's smoothing your skin too, okay? So the primer apply is a pore filling primer and is also hydrating primer, okay? Next off is foundation. Now for foundation, this is where the magic begins. Apply in thin layers, just as I did now. I used a flat brush to just apply on one part of the face before I went in with my Real Technique brush to further blend. Okay, so for blending on foundation, you have two options. Either you blend using a brush or you blend using a beauty sponge. I do both, okay, but I like to start with a brush to just tap that, push that product gently into our skin. I call this method the dabbing, tapping method. Let me know which of the foundation method you use for makeup application. But you see this method here, it has worked for me for more than 12 years now, and my darlings, I'm sticking to it. So like I said, build coverage gradually, and that's what I'm doing. I already mixed the foundation. I mixed the Huda Beauty foundation and the Fenty Beauty foundation. I love these two foundations because they are lightweight and they are, you know, glowy. They gives you that fine finishing, okay? So you should apply your foundation in thin layers, and then this will give you a flawless finish, okay? And then you press and don't drag. That's exactly what I'm doing. You press gently, move around the areas of the face, from the middle to the upward area, the downward area, okay? And don't drag for smooth coverage. Match foundation to your neckline for a seamless look. Don't go and be applying foundation and then the person's face is looking like clay while the person's neck is looking like charcoal. No, don't do that in 2026. Learn to blend your foundation the right way. Learn to know the person's undertone and how to match the undertone, okay? And as you can see, she have microbladed brows. I like to cover the microbladed brows. This will help me to achieve the perfect brow shape that I want. Okay, now it's time for beauty blender, and I'm using a damp beauty blender, not wet. I will say that again, a damp beauty blender, meaning you wet the beauty blender and you make sure it's not so wetty, it is damp. And make sure you try it at the back of your hand first before you just go into the person's face. Okay, that's an important tip to note. Next off is contouring, and for contouring I use the Black Opal Stick foundation. I apply the contour on her nose, on her cheekbone, on her forehead. As you can see, the contour is not charcoal, it is warm. Okay, it is warm, it's there, it's as if it's not there, but it's there. Okay, and then for concealer I use the MAC Cosmetics concealer to first of all apply under her eyes, because concealer should brighten without looking heavy. So I am just applying the concealer on areas that I want to be highlighted. Okay, and these areas is usually under her eyes, her forehead, as I'm doing right now, and then her chin. When you are done applying concealer on these areas, recent studies in 2026 shows that when you apply your concealer, allow it to sit for 60 seconds to 1 minute before you blend. Okay, so I'm just going to let that concealer sit while I apply a blush at the highest point of her cheek. And then I went back into the foundation brush that I use in applying foundation, and I'm blending that contour and that blush. I'm just going to blend the contour area of her face on section from one part of the face to the other part of the face gently. Like I said, I like to use a brush to blend before using a beauty blender. Okay, brush and my fingers are one of the best tools I use in applying makeup products. Okay, before using beauty blender, you can see how highlight and contour bring structure to the face. And then I will always advise you to blend your makeup product gently, because this step will also determine how long lasting your makeup will be. When I was done with that, I went into my Charlotte Tilbury setting mist and sprayed on the entire face, allowed it to dry, blended, and then went into my setting powder. This is a very important step, and you can set the face using a brush or you can use a beauty blender. So I started with a brush and I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury finishing setting powder. I love this effect. Okay, and when it comes to setting of makeup, this is a very important step. This step is what makes your makeup last all day. So you want to consider the type of products you are also applying. Is it product that have SPF? Is it product that are lightweight? These are factors to consider. And when you are using pressed powder, do not sweep. Okay, you can focus on areas that crease. This will really help you for a long lasting makeup. And then it's time for me to go in with my Huda Beauty setting powder, and that is what I am applying right now, and I'm using this puff. See, in 2026, if you have not started using this powder puff to blend your makeup, maybe say you don't know what you did miss something. And then when I am using it, I don't just use it directly on the skin. I like to apply the product at the back of my hands, and then I tap gently. See how that just uplifted her face. You are seeing her zygomatic bone. It is bringing structure to her face, and everything is melting together. And I'm also loving how this process remove powdery look. Okay, unlike when I'm using my brush for powder application, this puff just help to blend your makeup. It gives you that pro filter, it gives you that filter look, like see the smooth effects. Okay, and now it's time for me to enhance the nose. Those areas that I initially applied the cream contour are the areas I am gently blending the contour powder in now. And this is also a bronzy powder. This powder is the Queen Cover Girl. I love how it is lightweight, bronzy powder that is just perfect for your big day, okay? When it comes to makeup, you go blend oh. If you never ready to blend, you no go fit be makeup artist. As you can see, the blending never stop. The blending continue from nose to forehead to chin to every other part of the face. And this process now is called the baking process, okay? And I'm just going to bake. Now for bride, you want to consider the setting alone is not enough, okay? I baked and I have this I baked and I have this detailed bridal eyebrow and eyeshadow makeup tutorial. Please go check that video. It's highly recommended, okay? Go check it out. You will love it. It is detailed. Everything you need to know about the eyebrows and the eyeshadow is on that video. Try and watch that video so you don't miss out on how we achieved these beautiful bridal eyes, okay? And it was time for me to apply my highlighter and then apply my eyeliner and apply my Morphe setting spray to make sure the spray is evenly, and then you let it dry naturally, okay? When that is properly dried, I went in for the lips. Lip is important, you need the lip. You don't see bride where they carry natural lip for her marriage or for her big day. It's not possible. So I allowed the setting spray to dry properly, and then first of all I lined the lip. She wanted something soft, natural, but yet beautiful. So I used the back of my brush to apply the lipstick, and then I blend. I went for a nude lippy, okay? So I'm just going to blend. Blending is key, trust me. Blend. No matter what you put in the face, just make sure you blend so that when the clients look at their face, they'll be happy with the decision they made in booking you. And for lip gloss, I use the Beauty by Jones lip gloss. Guys, they are back. If you want to order this lipstick, this lip gloss, check out their Instagram handle Beauty by Jones, and then you can place your order. I use the colorless lip gloss, which is name stripped, and the pink lip gloss. And it's time for my final finishing setting spray. I also use the Charlotte Tilbury matte finishing setting spray. Guys, there you have it. This is the final look. Bridal skin should glow and not look oily. This is another thing that makes the difference in long-lasting smoothie bridal makeup. I'm using the one size finishing spray. Finishing spray helps to hold your makeup together for a longer period of time. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what's your biggest struggle when it comes to foundation application and when it comes to long-lasting makeup application. I will see you all in my next video. Until then, stay blessed, be happy, smile often, remain positive, and bye guys. Mwah!